Hey guys, what is up? Like Butter here, bringing you some Gears of War 3, and this was actually the first game that I played when I jumped on Gears of War 3 when I came home from my vacation. So I didn't know how this was going to go, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to upload my first gameplay regardless and see how it goes, and I ended up having a pretty decent gameplay. But I actually have a specific topic that I want to talk about today that actually pertains to Gears of War. Now about, I'd say 3 months ago, maybe even a little longer, I'd say maybe 6 months ago, I tried switching over from the game station to Machinima, and there was like a little confrontation where basically because I had a strike I couldn't get partnered with Machinima. But anyways, I got the strike taken away and I got partnered with Machinima. Now the reason I went to Machinima is because I wanted some opportunities to grow this Gears of War 3 community. This Gears of War 3 game, I feel like it deserves more attention than it usually gets, and I feel like more people need to put the time into getting better in it instead of just coming onto this game expecting to be good right away like a Call of Duty. Now, what I wanted to do is kind of get some series up on Machinima Respawn, get a directorship and, spread the content, because as most of you know, the only Gears of War content that was ever uploaded to Machinima was uploaded by Call of Duty players. So it wasn't really a good test to see how the community or how new players would kind of respond to it, because they're basically watching these players play with bad movement. And I'm not talking about Gold Glove. I know Gold Glove did a few on there, but I'm talking about some of the players who were just mainly Call of Duty, who just jumped on and posted like 14-7 gameplays. You guys know who they are. I'm sure you've seen it. And if you search on Machinima Respawn, you can see the gameplays and see what I'm talking about. Just people giving tips on a game that they're not good at. And I think one reason why people kind of came off is because people are very shallow. You can tell when they know what they're talking about and what they don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes I do videos on new games and I don't know what I'm fucking talking about, and you guys will call it out. You can see right through me. And, I'll man up and I'll admit that. So what I do is I kind of try to learn more, so that the better or the more of the commentaries I make on that specific game, the more I learn and the more the information is, presentable to you guys. So basically what happened is I sent in an email because I was supposed to be a director a while ago, but it seems like it never went through. And my boss, kind of the person I talked to if I ever have problems, was like, yeah, just send in an email to Machinima Respawn and they will review your content. Just make sure you give them a bunch of videos, this and that. And basically I sent them a big, long, professional email talking about how Gears of War Judgment's coming out in 2013, how there's not many, like I said, there wasn't many people that were posting on Machinima Respawn that knew how to play Gears of War, like who have been around forever. And also, I was talking about how it can kind of better Machinima, how it could kind of help them out because it's bringing a wider variety of games. Now, Gears of War Judgment is going to be a very popular game when it comes out, so it's really necessary, in my opinion, to kind of have series on there leading up to that. So I basically just told them about my idea of, breaking down the weapons and also, getting some commentaries out there to kind of show people that this game is awesome, and when there's somebody that can actually play the game well, it's going to make people want to get it. If somebody goes 14-8, is getting raped and is giving people tips on how to play the game, like I said, some of the Call of Duty players were doing, it's not going to do as well because people are going to see right through that. And, ow, I just hit my hand. But basically, I sent this big, long email. I sent them some of my videos, some of my tutorials, showed them all of my good feedback that I've gotten on my videos in the past. And this was the exact email that I received back from them. And this is why I feel like Gears of War will never get the recognition that it should have, because people aren't open to change. It says, "Hey Andrew," and for those of you who don't know, Andrew is actually my full name. Yeah, I know, big shocker, right? "Thanks for taking the time to reach out to us at Machinima Respawn Directors Program. We've evaluated your channel and your content to determine whether or not your content is what we're looking for on Respawn at this time, and we feel like you should continue to focus specifically on your own channel. This isn't to say that your content isn't strong or that your pitch isn't well throughout, but mostly because Gears of War content has never done particularly well on our channel. As you mentioned, Gears of War has a smaller community and can be a harder game to get into than Call of Duty or Battlefield, but ultimately we aim to focus on content our audience wants. Now that was kind of offending because basically they're saying that Gears of War isn't something that the audience wants because, you know, how do they know that? It's never been presented by somebody who is actually good at the game. And then he goes on to say, this doesn't mean that there isn't an opportunity for you to become a director in the future. Your idea for a series leading up to Gears of War Judgment is a great one. But we believe that right now it's too far away from the release and that too far from the release of the game to capitalize on the inevitable hype that will come with it. It's my recommendation that you continue with your Gears of War community via your own channel, and then we can reassess your situation as we get closer to the release of the new game. Thanks again for your interest, the Machinima Respawn team. So basically what they're saying is that they don't want any series of Gears of War up on their channel because they feel like it's not what the viewers want to see. And the reason they think that is because they're looking at it from a majority. Now, if you go and look at some of the series on Machinima Respawn, they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. Like, I'm not trying to bash anybody, of course, because it is different ideas. But there's like videos of people like cooking on there and then going and doing like a 2-minute commentary on some gameplay. Like, how is that a good series? Now, like I said, I'm not bashing people for their ideas, but I feel like if Machinima Respawn is going to be open to ideas like that, you know, that get like even likes and dislikes every single time it's posted, I feel like they should be open to different games or at least give it a chance. I don't understand why they wouldn't give us an opportunity to at least see how it goes if these other ideas and these other series are getting shit on Machinima. I think Gears of War 3 is an amazing game. It does have its problems, but what game doesn't have its problems? Almost every single game has a lot of problems. Now, I'm basically going to talk a little bit about DayZ because, as most of you know, my Halo and Gears of War content has kind of faded over the last couple days. And if you really enjoy my Halo and Gears, don't worry, it was just temporary because basically I got addicted to this game called DayZ, which is basically a zombie MMO where you're going around this map that is bigger than Skyrim, and you have to kind of get food, you have to get water to survive, you have to survive against zombies, and you also have to survive against other players. And this includes, you know, finding your own weapons and stuff, and it was really fun. But I'm actually done playing it because I just spent 2 days going to this it's like this part of the map that's really far north that's supposed to have like awesome guns and stuff, and it's basically the military airstrip. I got there with my friend. It took 2 days, and we get up there and the game is glitching everywhere. And of course, DayZ is a mod of Arma 2, and it's in alpha stage, so it's understandable. But it was to a point where I couldn't even see anything. There was just black and white lines stretching across my entire screen. So I'm pretty much done with DayZ until they either update it or, you know, fix that, do it like a patch or something, because it's literally unplayable and I just wasted too much time on it. You know, it's summertime, can't be wasting. I was playing that about 5 hours a day, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know, I feel disgusted with myself for doing that during summer, because once summer's gone, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I shouldn't have wasted those, you know, 2 days that I had, because as most of you know, summer goes by extremely fast. So I'm going to be posting a lot more Halo and Gears lately, and I just wanted to share my disappointment and my frustration with you guys, because I'm sure if you play Gears of War 3 and you love this game as much as I do, you feel the frustration of how little recognition and how little respect this game gets. And you know, it's really disappointing, because I feel like Gears of War Judgment is going to be just like Gears of War 3. You know, some people are going to get it, and then they're just going to get it for the short term, hope that some videos go viral, and then just move on to the next game. Like, look at me. I'm still posting Gears of War 3 content almost a year after it was released, and there's other people just who wanted to get it, like, you know, big Call of Duty players. No offense to them, by the way, because a lot of people do this. You know, I've done it in the past where you get a new game and you just want to get it just to see if you can get the views that it's going to get, and you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. And I think people realize that, you know, a lot of people were getting shit on for coming on this game and trying to make videos for it, which is something that I think as a community we kind of have to change. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but Epic Games started. Oh, this is wow! This is a very long gameplay. Good, I have a long time to talk. Epic Games started claiming videos, and they started basically saying you cannot make money on videos that we present, which is ridiculous because some of the big players like me, Gold Glove, you know, Iceman, Advocate, Loading God Mode, all of those big players who make Gears of War videos actually better their sales. Now, any gaming company in the world, including Call of Duty, any of those giant games can basically say, listen, we don't want you using our content, or we don't want you making videos on our game. They could easily go to any of the big players like White Boy 7th Street, Woody's Gamertag. They could go to them and say, you know, I don't want you posting our game. You know, it's under their rights. But what they do is they actually want them to be posting videos on their game because it helps them get more sales. It's almost like free advertising. And for those of you who don't know, advertising is extremely expensive these days. It's so expensive because so many people want to get their word out there, their company. And even though Call of Duty is a huge franchise, it's actually dying down a little bit now, where the games are kind of getting more repetitive. So from a business standpoint, they're going to want to continue to advertise their stuff. So I'm pretty sure they even sent Woody's Gamertag and White Boy 7th Street, all those big YouTubers, they even sent them early copies of Modern Warfare 3. And that's one thing I think Epic kind of lacks. They don't really support their YouTubers or people who make videos in general. I'm not saying you have to be popular. They just don't support really their YouTube community that much. Like, in my opinion, they should be doing giveaways for people who play this game. They should be doing a whole bunch of stuff that kind of involve the community. And that's one thing that Call of Duty definitely does. And I don't know if that's going to change when Judgment comes out. So when Epic started claiming videos and trying to get us to take down our content was a little ridiculous. So I actually had to go back on vacation because I took like 3 vacations in a row, and Iceman made a video basically not bashing Epic but telling them why they're being unfair. And they actually saw the video and everyone started tweeting Cliffy B, and it was awesome to see everyone come together as a community and stick up for our game. And he tweeted about 30 minutes later saying all the videos that were getting removed have been restored. Thank you for being such good fans. And it wouldn't have been like that if we didn't take action as a community and as a, you know, a group of people who play this game. Like, I don't really like to call this a community because a community is obviously a group of people who live in the same area, but in the gaming world it's kind of used as people who, you know, play this game or, you know, really love this game or who have been around this game for a while. It's pretty much just all in one. And I don't know, it was just nice to see everyone come together because you know, I do respect everyone who enjoys this game, whoever loves this game, even the people who hate me. There's a lot of people who play this game who feel like I don't deserve where I am today. They feel like I don't deserve what I have because I don't get as good of clips as everyone else. Like, I think I get decent clips, but obviously there's people out there who, you know, record longer and, you know, get crazier stuff than me. It's obvious. And there's some people who just don't know how to deal with that and kind of just pride themselves instead of, you know, getting jealous of other YouTubers. Like, I see a lot of Gears people shit on Gold Glove because he doesn't get that good of clips. And Gold Glove doesn't really care. Like, he just does live streaming. People like him for his personality. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Same thing with, look at Yamimash. He's exploding right now. Big shout out to him. In my opinion, I feel like in probably 2 to 3 months, Yamimash is probably going to have 100,000 subscribers because he's getting so many subscribers from different games, like his scary Let's Plays and stuff. And if he stuck to primarily Gears of War, he would probably still be at 20,000 subscribers. I'm not even kidding. Like, the reason I blew up on this game is mainly tutorials. Tutorials and montages that got really popular. There's no other way to do it. And you know, in this game, and it's kind of sad because, you know, there's people in other games like Call of Duty and stuff who blow up for just being them. Like, a good example of that is Jericho. Like, look at Jericho. He's terrible at Call of Duty, but he's really funny. People like his personality, and he's like a very lovable dude. No homo. So that's why people enjoy his stuff. But I just wanted to rant about, this situation with Machinima. I think it's really shitty, and I really hope they change their mind. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and you want to support this Gears of War statement. And I hope everyone has a very good week, and I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy, guys. All right, I'm with you, dude. I got it. I got it sideways too, right, waiting for their.
Yes.